Alright, what's up everybody? We are here today to bring you yet another combo video. Alright, it's going to be slightly updated from the last one. It is going to be still in the same style as the previous combo video as far as, how I show the combo using actual in-game footage. Because I have been getting a lot of questions about my combo. About timing the toad and all that good stuff, so we will be going over that. Now, one thing I will mention is, and this goes across the board for any MMO game, never use the combo dummy in an MMO. Never. The combo dummy is never accurate to an actual player. So if you are going to practice combos, I suggest grabbing a buddy, maybe typing a world chat for somebody to practice combos with, and have them go into your world or you go into their world and just spar with them practicing combos. Or try it out in arena if you really want to just go for the big guns right there. But never use the combo dummy. It is not going to be accurate to an actual player. So if you're practicing the combos, you're wondering why you can't hit the toad on the combo dummy, that's why. The combo dummy is not accurate to an actual player. Now with that out the way, just like last time, I'm going to introduce what I'm going to call each skill real quick. Whenever you see me do this, that is going to be the pokes. Of course, Talon Strike, I'll just type as Talon or anything like that. Although I don't use Talon Strike in combos because that is not comboable. Toad, of course, is going to be the Toad. Cloud Steps, I'll just type Cloud. I'll just type Cloud for Cloud Steps. Soaring Spin, I'll just call that Thrust. Meridian Touch is going to be Touch. I'll just shorten that to Touch. The kicks, of course, is going to be Free Morph. And then for the light attacks or anything like that, I'll just put ×1 or ×2 or whatnot for light attack inputs. Anytime you see me do this, that's a parry cancel. I'll just type in cancel for short. And for the fan and spear skills, I'll always call the square skill, or I guess on keyboards they call this Q, as the martial skill. And then the triangle skill, aka I believe they call this on keyboard, this is like your R skill, I think. I'll just call that as the special skill, and I'll do that for both the spear and the fan respectively. Now with that out the way, let's go ahead and run some footage, see some combos, and I will kind of separate the combos into basic, your basic bread and butter combo, as well as combos if you have a good connection that are not as quote-unquote ping friendly, and they're also kind of hard to time. So I'll kind of separate combos into for that as well. But now without that out the way, let's go ahead and roll some footage here. Okay, so we're going to start off with the Toad here, because this is the one that's been the most asked about. The two things that I've mentioned in the previous combo video are still true. You want to make sure that your timing on using the Toad is correct, as well as your spacing. But there is a third thing. Toad is very unreliable against female characters. If you're going to use it against a female character, it's likely going to miss unless they are against the wall. So keep that in mind, and also stop using the combo dummy to practice the Toad. It will never hit on the combo dummy. Their hitbox is not the same as a regular player. That's why you want to get an actual player to practice combos. Okay, so you may be wondering, well, what can you do against female characters then if you can't use the Toad? One thing that I like to do is, instead of using Toad where I would use after the pokes, I go for Cloud Step. Now, if you're going to use the Cloud Step method, you have to have extremely precise time and use it the moment the last hit hits, or else they can parry it. Another alternative is to use Guardian Palm if you're running Guardian Palm, or you can just loop your special skill with ×1 light attack, and that will still work on female characters. Okay, so here we have a Meridian Touch combo. if you do land a clean Meridian touch, you can always go into an uppercut and it will land. On the weapon swapping, you really need to practice that weapon swap. It's a very tight timing on the weapon swap when you go from a fan uppercut into the poke, so practice that. It is very possible to get down consistently, but sometimes even I mess up on it. And once again, if you are fighting a female character, do not go for the toad. Replace the toad with either Guardian Palm, Cloud Steps, or just loop the special skill. But definitely work on your weapon swap from the fan to the Heavenquaker pokes. Okay, so another thing you can do as well against female characters is you can just let the kicks play out instead of canceling it into the pokes, and you will still break down their ki a very good amount. You'll still do decent damage, but you won't have the pressure of trying to combo into toad or anything like that. And you can combo the uppercut after the last hit of the kicks, but keep in mind that sometimes there's like a weird thing with the uppercut where even if the first hit lands, sometimes the uppercut won't work, so just be mindful of that. Okay, another thing that you can do, and this works across all characters, is if you have the vitality saved up for it, you can just keep looping the kicks into pokes and using the special skill to go back into the kicks. And remember, you can always let your kicks fly without canceling them, and it will still do pretty good damage, and it should work across the board against any character that you fight against. Okay, next we're going to go over just a simple little dash attack combo. The spear dash attack is very good. Now I have gotten a lot of questions about how do I do the somewhat instant dash attack. First off, I do want to say if you're on PC and you're using mouse and keyboard, I can't help you, buddy. I don't use mouse and keyboard. So if you're asking me and you're using that, hey buddy, I don't know. But if you're on PS5 or if you're on PC using a controller, my dash attack my dash button is assigned to L3. So I just tap L3 to get the dash out really quickly, and then I cancel out with light attack, and that will usually perform the instant dash attack for me. Alright, here we have another Meridian touch combo. One thing I do want to say, whenever you're going with the uppercut from the fan and you're following up with the pokes, you always want to try and follow up with the kick if you can. What this does, this resets the desync from the fan uppercut, because sometimes if you do not do this, you'll find yourself dropping the combo due to desync, but the kick will reset their desync state. So if you can, try to follow up from the pokes with a kick. It will make your time 10 times less frustrating, trust me. Just trust me on that. Alright? Alright, so here is the same, essentially the same combo as the previous combo, but since this is a male character, this is going to be the toad variation. And once again, make sure that your spacing is right on the pokes and your timing is good on the toad, and it will land. Now we're going to go over a couple Serene Breeze combos. Anytime you use Serene Breeze, ideally you want to try and use it to break out of an opponent's combo when they do not have super armor, so that you can stagger them and get a combo back yourself. So this is showing those situations. However, when it comes to Serene Breeze, sometimes you don't always have to follow that rule. Sometimes you do want to avoid the damage, so sometimes it's just unavoidable to Serene Breeze on super armor or something. But in the case that you get a stagger, here's a few combos to combo off of that stagger. Okay, so these last two combos that I'm going to show here, I would only go for it if you have good ping. Now I believe that I have good ping, even though I don't know exactly what it is. Since I'm on console, I cannot find that out. But if you're going to go for the ×1 light attack into the kicks, you need to have good connection for that, and you have to be very confident in your timing on that. And even against some players, like in high level matches, I probably won't even go for this combo right here. It's too risky. And you will likely get parried or blocked from it, or even super armored out. So only go for this if you have good connection. Okay, and this is going to be the final combo of the video. It's going to be a Serene Breeze variation of doing a ×1 light attack into the kicks. And once again, if you don't have the best connection, do not go for this combo. You will drop it almost every time and just get frustrated. So this is definitely going to be a ping dependent combo. As you can see with all the other combos I've shown you, it's not the end of the world that you can't do this. You still have plenty of other options available to you when it comes to combos with this setup. Yeah, that is going to be the updated combo guide for you all that are trying out this build. Hopefully this can help you out a little bit more. One big thing that I cannot stress enough: stop using the combo dummy in the arena. It is not accurate to an actual player. Always grab a buddy to practice your combos with. Okay? I cannot stress that enough. So with that being said, go out, grab yourself a buddy, pause, and practice out some of these combos, and let me know down below if you were able to do them. Alright? Work on practicing that weapon swap timing from the fan uppercut into the spear pokes, so that way you can do that a lot more consistently. But don't feel bad if you mess it up. I still mess it up sometimes, alright? It happens. Other than that, give the video a like, leave a sub if you aren't subbed yet, and go try this out, and we will see you next time.